Love the first quarter, love the fourth quarter, and we had some ups and downs in this one. I thought it was very similar to our Portland game where we jumped out. I think it was 18-3. Tonight it was 18-4, a couple weeks ago against those guys, and then had a little lull to start the second, let them gain some momentum. But overall, I thought it was just missing some shots. I thought we got some really good looks throughout the night. When we had our edge to us, we played very well tonight. And when you're on the inside, you see all the stuff we're working on, and you see the little things in practice each day, and you see a lot of progress. And tonight, I thought we really defended well. We used 3 different defenses tonight, which I loved. Then we settled in second half and really played our man defense. Maybe the best that we have all year, and I thought we really helped well. And so we took some big strides tonight and eventually got our inside game going, and that allowed our perimeter game to go. And that second half we really executed well, and so a good win for us tonight. Really proud of the team.
Scott, 9 players also played 15 minutes. So how important is that as you guys continue to go through non-conference play? And also, how do you kind of balance the rotations and letting people get into a rhythm, but also trying different combinations and all that stuff?
Yeah, I mean that's that's part of the puzzle, putting it together. And I think when you have opportunities to develop your depth, I think you better take them. And tonight we did. Our defense throughout our roster has really improved, and that's one of the reasons that we've been able to go deeper. It was a 3-point game, I think, and we were putting in a couple players that hadn't played much and didn't play a couple days ago in Hawaii, and so that has really improved. And so when the defense is there, it's going to be solid, you're going to continue to be tough to score on, then you can experiment more with other things. And so that was in place, and I'm really proud of this team for embracing that side of the ball. And that's an area, we've talked about it. It was a weakness against Marquette. It was a strength last week on Maui, and it was a strength tonight. And so that's going to continue, But I love the fact that we get to see some people play longer, extended minutes to see and let them grow, and they need that. And we need to be able to coach them, and we need live game footage, of them to be able to help them grow at the rate that we need them to, So I was really happy. And the rotation, that stuff works itself out.
Scott, you mentioned maybe just some missed shots. Were you really pleased with the way that you guys executed things other than missing the shots? And Sid, how did you feel maybe things were kind of going, with the exception of maybe missing some shots?
Who's that, to me or her?
Well,
you said us both.
You can go first.
Well, I thought we could have been better, no doubt. We did get decent looks, though, that if they go in, they change your confidence, they change everything, And so when you miss a couple little inside shots and when you miss a couple wide open perimeter shots, then you start to press a little bit. It's just basketball. It's part of it. It's why you better be a great defensive team, because those things happen. Could we have executed better? Of course. I don't know, give them credit. They tried to take the basket away, and I thought they did a good job early. We had 4 assists at halftime. It's not like us. We're a team that, has had 27 earlier this year. We ended with 21 tonight. So how many do we have in the second half? Cole, do the math. Right, 17. And so we had 17 in the second half, and that's us. And so we got to ourselves on the offensive end in the second half. I don't know, we did some things differently in the first half on the defensive end. I don't know if that translated to being off our game slightly offensively. I don't know. Second half, though, we got a little more simple on D, and our offense really took off. And so who knows really why. But our defense kept us in it and kept us ahead during that stretch.
Agreed.
Sid, so what's the mood kind of like, or what kind of things are said at halftime of this game when you go from a first quarter, you guys only get 3 points, and then 14 in the second quarter?
Yeah, I think a lot of people were talking at halftime, and the biggest theme was that killer instinct that we had to play with, because that would mean that our shots would fall. If you're playing and you know that you have to make those shots, you're gonna make them. When your back's against the wall, when you know that you have to step up, you have to perform individually and as a group, you're going to make shots, you have to get stops. And so that was the biggest thing, is just coming out with the right mindset in the second half and really taking it to them, and I think that we did that.
Kat, you hit those couple of threes early on, and then really got rolling in the second half. Just what were you seeing out there? Was it getting in rhythm? Was it looking more for your shot? Just kind of what led to that?
Well, I mean, if I see opening, I just shoot it. So, I mean, that's kind of what happened. And thankful that I have such good passers on the team and that can find shooters. So I'm just lucky to have that. Sorry, I lost my voice yesterday and I can barely talk.
Good.
All right, thanks, you guys.
Go Beavs.